Today I thought cloud was a very important topic, pretty much the how, the what, and the why. I call it the cheesecake model. The first thing is there's a lot of infrastructure, which is all plumbing, as they call it, right? So when computers came to the fore, things have evolved from very heavy mainframe computers to eventually client-server computers where you could do a lot of stuff on your laptop and it would be talking to a server. Right? So this was called on-premises or on-prem, as some of our technology guys call it. As things evolved and people realized that, hey, a lot of companies already have some of this compute, storage, etc. out there, is there a way to connect with them and kind of use that compute for things that I need for my own organization, right? When that began to happen, you see the bottom layer, people first looked at infrastructure, right? So they looked at infrastructure as in servers, storage, etc., where you could use someone else's investments, use it on a usage basis, and then pay them for that, and then just kind of do your work within your own company. That became the initial stages of what we call IaaS, infrastructure as a service, right? Then people said, hey, what about my developers? We have to do maintenance. You don't have to worry about licenses, end of life, all of that management that you need for your IT organization. A lot of people said they want to kind of start using the whole stack that people have invested outside in. So things like, we all use Microsoft Word, Microsoft Teams, Salesforce.com. The whole stack was being hosted by someone else and you just used it on a day basis. So that became SaaS, right? Utility computing came to being because it was kind of like electricity. The moment you switch on a bulb, you start using the electricity, you pay for that bulb, and then the moment you switch it off, you don't pay anymore, right? So cloud computing has public, private, as well as hybrid computing. It's just different value drivers like anything else, right? So as I explained to you, the key was initially you could use what you want. From a technology architecture perspective, right? The key to understand is that as technology evolved, right? It went from monolithic to client server to VMs to almost like serverless. Your software is in very small granular pieces and there's a lot of pieces to be integrated, talking to each other, different things that you want to think through, right? So you want to think through which applications make sense for converting that whole CapEx-OpEx model, performance, etc. How will I move these applications, right? How the journey entails from a value and cost perspective, depending on which applications you go for, what you're trying to do, your initial costs will tend to go up. Cloud computing is not only about where the computing happens, it's also more importantly about how the computing happens. Let's say you're looking at a retail bank, right? So there's different functions in a retail bank all over the glass where there's more customer interactions or customer engagement systems that can be definitely taken